Hey guys, thank you for watching. In the previous video, I defended the lyrics to the song Try That in a Small Town, and I stick to that. In my experience, and I've lived in a few small towns for many years, in my experience, most small towns will defend their community from criminal behavior if they have the chance. I think that's spot on. I think Try That in a Small Town. I think the lyrics to that song, I think the song itself is excellent. Very good. My issue is with the people that produced the music video, who created the music video. I see some major hypocrisy going on. And if we're going to be fair, if we're going to call out the liberal snowflakes, then we got to call out the hypocrisy with this production company doing this music video also. We got to be fair. All right, let's not the side that we should pick should be the truth. Guys, that the try that in a small town, and a lot of those images were about riots that got out of control, about riots that turned into criminal behavior, riots that turned into looting and trespassing and stuff like that. Guys, in the last 3 years, what is the biggest example of a riot going out of control? What is the biggest example, the most impactful example of a riot turning into trespassing? If you answered the storming of the Capitol, I would say you're correct. If you get into that, if you really get into the storming of the Capitol and trying to overturn an election, guys, that is pretty bad. Now, you can argue they didn't try to overturn the election. They just wanted Pence to send it back to the states. So I'm not going to get into that. There's all these court cases of voter fraud. Do I believe voter fraud happened? Yeah, on a small scale. But guys, there was like 60 cases or more of like voter fraud. And every single time the Democrat Party won. So where's your basis for voter fraud? Yeah, I have my instincts. I have my feelings and my thoughts, but I don't have any evidence. Guys, going into the Capitol building in Washington, D.C., and trying to intimidate the Congress people to, to overturn the will of the people, that is pretty major. And, one impact that I have from that storming of the Capitol, I'm not going to really call it an insurrection because I don't think it was an insurrection. That's why I'm using the word storming the Capitol. One reason why, one image I have is that Confederate flag in the Capitol. Guys, that really made me sick seeing the Confederate flag in the Capitol building. Jesus Christ, he said that you can't put new wine into old wineskins. Because if you do, it'll bust open, the wineskin will break, and also the new wine will be ruined because it'll fall to the ground, and you don't want to drink dirty wine. His he was saying that the new way that you're saved by grace does not mix with that you're saved by legalism. Okay? They don't go together. Well, guys, the United States of America does not go together with the Confederate States of America. They went to war with each other. The Confederate Army and South Carolina fired on Fort Sumter. They fired on U.S. troops. Guys, when I saw that Confederate flag in the Capitol, that was like new wine going into old wineskin. And please don't talk about Southern heritage. That flag represents a group of people that went to war against the U.S. That flag has no business in the U.S. Capitol building. Why didn't Jason Aldean do that? That's the biggest case of a riot going out of control that I can think of. That's the most impactful. I feel for local businesses being looted. I really do. I feel for them. But guys, trying to intimidate Congress people to overturn an election or to do something that they don't normally do, that affects all of us, not just one business owner. Why wasn't that in the video? I will tell you why. It's hypocrisy. This music video, why don't you think that they showed clips of that Capitol, storming of the Capitol? For money. It wasn't a race issue. It was for money. And I don't like that. If you're going to show images of riots going out of control, you gotta show that image. Or I think the whole music video, not the song is great, but that music video loses credibility. The trouble is that a lot of the same people that buy songs from that production company, from Jason Aldean and other people that they have on their, singers they have, are people that support what happened, the rioters going into the Capitol. And if they, said anything against them, well, they would turn off some of their base, which would mean they would lose money. So yeah, we'll show clips of Antifa. We'll show clips of denounce the police, defund the police. We'll show clips of BLM, Black Lives Matter. And yeah, there's white and black people and Hispanic people and Oriental people and all these movements. They're all mixed. So yeah, we can show that we're not singling out any racial group. Yeah, that's fine. It wasn't racist, but it was hypocritical because the biggest evidence, the biggest example of a riot going out of control, you just what? You decide not to include in a video that is mainly about riots going out of control? Shame on you, whoever produced this video. That is bad. Sometimes you have to, guys, you're going to have liberal snowflakes trying to tell you what to be mad at, trying to cancel stuff. And then you're going to have a backlash with conservative people. You got to be able to think for yourself. But you got to call out your own side. If you're going to have any credibility to call out the other side, then you better call out your own side. In all those riots that was shown in that music video that went out of control, why did I not see one Confederate flag? Why did I not see one Nazi flag? They're out there. Actually, if I recall correctly, there was a neo-Nazi who drove his car into a black crowd, right? They actually drove their car into a black crowd. Where was that? Guys, they don't want to turn off their base. So they're showing you violence from one side. And yes, that one side includes all different race groups, so you can't call it racist. But it is biased. It is hypocritical because it's about the money. They don't want to lose their money. So they're thinking, okay, well, we'll be safe and our base, they won't be mad if we show scenes of Antifa. They won't be mad if we show scenes of BLM. They won't be mad if we show signs of defund the police. But yeah, if we show a Confederate flag, if we show somebody, storming the Capitol, yeah, we might offend someone. We better not show that. Now, I'm not going to call it cowardly because it's not cowardly, but it's hypocritical. It certainly is. And the reason they're doing it, I think, is they don't want to turn off their base. Simple as that. It's a money issue. It's not a race issue. It's a money issue.